Finally, I got time to make the frequently asked question video. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Magandang araw sa iyong lahat. Welcome po sa aking channel. Finally, I had some time to make the frequently asked question video because I got, in the last couple of weeks, I got a lot of email, I got a lot of messages on my Facebook. So I helped first all the people out, replied on all the emails, and now I had some time to make the video, and I can put all the questions also here in this video. Finally, I found some time for it. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button, the abonneer button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell to get notifications when the new video will be uploaded and updated. If you already did, thank you for your support. Thank you also for the lot of messages that I got. Thank you also for the lot of emails that I got. It was really a lot, so I had to find some time because I'm still working full-time also. So I had to find some time to reply all the questions, to read all the questions, and if I didn't had any idea myself, to do some research for it. But I think I figured some things out now, and I make a list. I have a guide list here with all the questions that people send it. So I'm trying to help you out as soon as possible. If the questions are not in this video, don't hesitate to send me an email and then I will reply on that email for you. I will also try to put a card here in the video. That's a card is like an extra information where you can do a poll. Now maybe I get some questions if I don't want to do a live chat, so that people can ask live questions to me. So I want to figure out if it's possible and if I can do it on my Facebook page or I can do it on YouTube. So I will add a card so you can tell me if you would appreciate and like that if I'm doing a live video, or just the no button if you're not interested in that. Now it's all new for me also here on YouTube to put a card. You can always comment also below if you would like it, if the card is not working properly. And I will also do the poll also on my Facebook page. So you can also click there if you would like it or don't like it to have a live session with me. So please give me more information about that, because I can hear it from some people that they would really appreciate, but I want to know for sure for everybody if they would appreciate or not. So please comment below or just watch the cards and the polls on the Facebook page and please click it yes or no. Even you don't like it, make sure you click no so I have more correct data for that. So let's go to the first question. First question that I got, it's a person that asked me, how does the marriage declaration look like? So what kind of document is it? Now I will try to search some online because I don't have mine anymore. I had to send it to Philippines. So it looks a little bit like if you're divorced in Belgium, like the declaration, the certificate from your divorce. It's like a paper with a little bit of information and it's like not really centered on the page. It looks a little bit like that, and it just gives your name, the name of your fiance, and also the information from when you want to marry and where you want to marry. So it's like not a lot of information on that paper, but I will try if I can find a picture to give you an idea how it looks like. Next question. When do you get your marriage declaration act from Belgium? Now, the moment that you received all the papers from your fiance, so the 4 documents that she needs to provide, once you got all of those documents here in Belgium and you get your legal capacity from the Philippine embassy here for your fiance, if you have all those documents together, you go to City Hall. And when you bring those documents in and you choose the marriage date, then they make the marriage declaration act here in Belgium and you get it immediately on the City Hall. So for me it was taking like 5 or 10 minutes. So you can get it immediately normally. Next question that I got: do they read all the chats that you put in your file as a proof? I have not a real correct answer for that. I assume that they read every chat, but it depends also maybe how many chats that you send it. But I assume that they read every chat that you're including in the file, just to make sure that that your relationship is true. So I'm not working in that office, I'm not working at that service, so I have no idea, but I assume they read it all. Another question that I got is, can I get information in the embassy in Manila? Now you can send them an email and they will reply on that email, but the feeling that we had is like it's more standard answers that they're giving. It's not really an answer for specifically your question. That was the feeling. Maybe it's a wrong feeling that we had, but sometimes we asked a question and we were thinking the answer that you gave is not really the answer on the question that we asked. So we think that it's more like standard. You cannot go to the embassy yourself. You can only go to the VFS office. If you send an email to the embassy that you want more information, they will also send you the address from the VAC office. So you cannot just go inside the embassy to get some information. Next question: do I get my file back? Now, I know people that bring the original one and the 2 copies, they bring that to the VFS office. There they checked the files and they gave the original one back and they only keep the 2 copies. Now, in our case, they kept everything and everything was sent to the embassy. So my fiance didn't get anything back from the file. Now, when the visa was approved, it was included not only her passport and the visa, but it was also included the 3 BIS documents, her medical and her NBI clearance. So she got a few documents she got back, but all our original flying tickets and the hotel bookings and everything, we didn't get it back. I don't know if that's normal, because I know people that got it back and we didn't get it back. So I don't know if anything changed in the procedure lately, but in our case, we didn't get anything back. Please comment below what you got back from the embassy, just to see if it's common that you don't get your file back or we were an exception. Just please comment below and then the people can read with the date. So the people can read what's the normal procedure now, if you get it back, yes or no. The next question is how long in advance I can arrange some papers. Now you have to think that the papers have an expiration date. The things that they told us is that normally the papers are expiring after 6 months, and for the Senamer it's expiring after 3 months. So make sure the moment that you're applying for those documents that you just keep going, otherwise maybe they're expired before the end of the procedure. So the next question that I got was from a person that asked how big your file needs to be. Now that's a difficult question, because I think it doesn't matter how big your file is, it's just how strong your file is. But I always keep in my head, better 100 pages too many than 1 too few. So in our case, the original and the 2 copies, it was in total 7 kilo on papers. So I don't know, there is a minimum on that. Just make sure that everything is included. Now the original files, the official documents, they will not be that much, but it depends how much proof you will add, then how much and how big your file will be. Then somebody asked, do I need to have 3 files? Now that's one of the requirements. You need 1 original file, so all your official documents and all your original proof, and then just from that file you just take another 2 photocopies. Now for all the Filipinos that are watching this video, a photocopy, it's called a Xerox. So you just have to have the 1 original one and 2 Xerox from the file. So every paper you just have it like 3 times. but don't put everything together. Like 3 times this document, 3 times that document. You have to make like 3 separate files, but the 3 files should be like identical. Also, about how big your file needs to be, that was another question. Somebody asked me, how many chats do I need to include? Now, honestly, I have no idea. I don't know if there is a minimum or not. For our case, I add 7 chats in our file. The 7 chats were from our first chat. That's the first that I included, so they know and they can see our first words that we were talking to each other, how that we start knowing each other. I took it with a computer because it's hard to do it with a phone or a tablet. I took it in a computer, I just copy it, I put it in Word, and I make in 2 columns, because otherwise, yeah, the file will and the pages will become really a lot. You have like just a small part of the text and the rest of the paper is empty. So I put it like in 2 different columns, and one chat was 1 weekend that we did. Now, the first chat, it was around 35 pages in the 2 columns. So if you put everything together, the 7 chats that I add to the file, it was more than 200 pages. So I don't know if there is a minimum or a max how many chats that you can include, but for our 7 chats, it was more than 200 pages. If you're not that talking a lot, yeah, I would recommend you to add more than 7 chats. Now, that's 200 pages, or more than 200 pages, it was only our chats in Messenger. I had separate papers with a Skype log. Now, that Skype log was only for calling, because the Messenger connection was not that good, so we never called in Messenger. We always called in Skype. And I made a logbook in Skype, also with the information when we started calling, when the call was ended, and how many minutes that we were calling. Now, a little bit included on the last question, somebody asked me how you're making a logbook from Skype. Now, I installed my Skype today again because I didn't use Skype anymore since my wife is here in Belgium. That's like almost 2 years now, so I can see there are some changes in Skype. I can see there are some updates after the last one. Before, I just go to our chat session, I selected all the text, and there I copied it, I put it in Word, and then like the sentence that we were typing, like for hello or are you already online, something like that, I just deleted those lines, so I only got the lines that we started our conversation. There is also marked in that sentence who's calling who. Then the next one was how many minutes that you were calling to each other. Now I will see on the new version from Skype if you can still do that, and maybe I will make a tutorial for that then, because I get a lot of questions how in Messenger and how in Skype that you can collect your proof. So I will see if it's possible and if I can make something on my computer to video my screen. I will see if I can make a tutorial for that later. Now, I think that almost everybody asked me the question, how long does it take before you get any result? Now, there is no answer for that. It depends on your file, and some are quick and some are slow, so there is no real answer for that. Now, before they had to give you the answer before the end of the 6 months. Now I can read that they already extended to 9 months, so they have to give you the answer in 9 months. But if there is any doubt or if they need to do more research, they can extend it 2 times with another 3 months. So in the worst case, normally they have to give you a result, they have to give you the answer within 15 months. But it's possible that you get it in the first month, it's possible that you get it in month 3, I don't think there is any correct answer for that. In our case, we got the result in 6.5 months, but we also had the holiday from July and August in our file. That's having some impact also on your file and the time that it will take before it will be approved or denied. Then the last question that I got, it was about the CFO. Is the CFO important? Yeah, the CFO is really important because without the sticker in your passport you cannot travel. Now, as I already told you in the video about the CFO, make sure you can do it in advance because you have time. The moment that you bring your file to the VFS, the moment that you did your interview, you can only wait, and then you have time. So I recommend to do the CFO that time. So the moment that you got your passport and that you got your visa in your passport, you just have to go to the CFO office, and in that CFO office they will put your sticker in your passport and you're ready to go. Because otherwise, if there is a waiting list that time, you have finally your visa, the moment that you were waiting for so long, and still you cannot travel because you need to follow the CFO. So that was the last questions for now. If you have more questions that you didn't hear here in the video, don't hesitate, just send me an email. The email is below in the description. I will also put it here on the screen. You can always add me on your Facebook. The name of the Facebook page will also be here under in the page because it's changed by name because it was reported on Facebook, the last name. So you can always include it there. Don't forget to subscribe. You can also push the round button that you can see on your screen. Thank you for your support. I hope it helped you a lot. So please put a comment below with more information and what you think about this page. All your information is welcome to me. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Paalam.